Hello YouTube, we're here to talk about Firion, Julio Neal, El Hombre Guapo, if you know you know, and Xande, who is not nearly as cool in this game as he is in his other voice acting roles, Akainu from One Piece, and Kenpachi from Bleach. In fact, he's probably one of the worst C90s, yikes. But in this video, before you pull on Xande and Firion, I'll give you some things to think about for you to potentially use your limited resources. If you're not familiar with my channel though, I play both JP and Global, have been for a while, and I use that information, knowledge, experience, etc. to inform some of y'all and maybe help you out. I'd appreciate if you help the channel out. Go in the comment section, let me know what you think about this banner and the characters. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, consider becoming a member, $1 for emotes. Check out my weekly stream, Ranting Hour, fun stuff, and let's get right into it. This event also overlaps with Transcendent 7. I talked about the fight, Locke and Tifa in my other video, so go check that out if you have not already. This is going to be focused just on Firion and Xande's kits and nothing more. Let's get Xande out of the way because he's super bad. I remember around this time in JP there was actually a slight update that upped the weakness cap modifier, so theory crafting weirdos kind of got really excited. And this coincided with Xande's update. I think it allowed him to hit harder, but it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because we got so many modifiers on our C90s anyways. All Xande got was a level 90. No base kit rework, no LD rework. He's still stuck with his double HP attack skill 2, single HP attack skill 1, and 3 HP attack LD. I guess he can help everyone hit harder weakness damage now. His EX is still stuck to 3 HP attacks too, but he did get recast up and it now does 20% splash after each HP attack instead of until the last one. I believe the recast up makes it functionally he can use his EX every other turn, so you're not relying on his crappy skills as often, but this is just not good damage. The enchant he provides, he's taken up a slot when you probably didn't need it in the first place. Xande is unceremoniously bad. Start inhaling the Xande BT copium, folks. He starts with an extra stack and gets some HP damage up so he can do more damage, but let's move on. Let's talk about Firion, Julio Neal, the star of this banner. He's getting a rework and a 90 and BT plus, and LD boards actually, because he didn't have those. He is one of the last two to get them, and then we have Dark Cecil later. His skill 1 got a bit better. It's a Brave Gain into double HP attack with refund in the middle. He can probably cap it now. And his skill 2 on the version you use, because there's like 4 of them, 3 single target Brave plus HPs with 50% splash afterwards and refund in the middle. Pretty simple damage update. His 90 makes his EX a double 100% AoE with refund in the middle. His LD board finally, on top of giving him some offensive stats. The LD attack itself is now 4 AoE Brave plus HPs, and the Drain Trap is 2 Brave plus HPs with refund in the middle. He basically just upped all his damage. His BT effect got extended to 2 turns provided he's green. His main draw before was post-turn Brave regen, kind of like Bart's based on how much HP damage you dealt, but it only worked when characters were at or above 100% HP. Now the condition got lowered to be at least 50% HP, and you got 20% HP cap and 50% Brave gains, which is Ishtola level. Firion does have support high armor, but be warned, his high armor plus is selfish, and his LD call drops traps. So how do you use Firion? I mean, he really didn't change, but you drop his trap debuff down and then just use his skills to battery the party and heal the party if needed, and just watch the fireworks and let him sit there with his BT effect to enjoy the 50% Brave gain up. Only thing you gotta worry about is keeping his HP above 50% so his skills stay upgraded, and yeah, you're good. So for my analysis, Xande's bad. Firion's strengths are 1, being a giant Brave gain up unit. We get a couple more down the line, but he's the first one after a while after Ishtola. While Pain does have the 40% Brave gains, it's conditional based on her party position. But he has good off-turn damage, he batteries the party a lot, and can heal, so he provides a lot of flexibility. Also, giving the party 25% HP cap up, provided you at least have his base high armor, is very good, and you notice that, especially as people start capping their HP damage with ease in the C90 era. So overall, he's a great aura bot. Downsides, his personal damage still is not great. 2 HP attacks on skill 1 and 3 HP attacks on skill 2 with just a single instance of splash is not great damage. His trap debuff damage can add up for additional damage, so you gotta consider that in the interim. But it's not great. He's not a primary damage dealer. He's a more hybrid / leaning support-ish. His BT phase won't be pretty either. Maybe unless you pair him with the Rain's Call and launch every turn. His BT effect only being 6 turns is also unfortunate, does not last nearly as long as Ishtola's. And on HP attack heavy bosses he will suffer, but I don't think there are really any of them to worry about. Besides tier 7 anyways, it's always draining your HP, but that's not a big deal, just heal more forehead. Potential teams, you can lean into off damage / counter memes with Firion, which used to be just his niche, and just let bosses go in and let them blow themselves up. Bosses should be taking turns if Firion's in the party, unless you're doing some rushdown strategy where you just lean on him for Brave gain up. Otherwise, that's just a damage loss for him. I also don't really think there's any future fights he'd shine in. Again, I talked about the actual Transcendent 7 in my Lock and Tifa video, so check that out if you haven't, but Firion is made for the right side. So, to conclude, before you pull on Firion and Xande, what are my thoughts? This is from a meta perspective, a resource saving perspective, trying to optimize people's resources. If you already decided on your investments, etc., do what you gotta do. I can't think of any reason to recommend anyone touch this banner. While Firion is okay at best, he's middle of the road. He's not anything broken. He is a Brave gain up support, but considering units are getting their own self Brave gains with C90, those Brave gain ups are not as important anymore. If you put a gun to my head and said choose one of these two banners, it'd definitely be Lock by far. Xande is just, he's so bad. He is not worth investing in at all. Not even the LD boards, I don't think. He can theoretically help way down the line on Sice's Lufenia Plus, but you could just pull Sice instead. Firion giving HP cap up, and it's a pretty competitive HP cap up, being 25%, and Brave gains on top of that can support a lot of teams, but will you miss it? I don't think so. I personally plan on investing in Firion, because I think he's cool, and I think he'd be fun with Maria and Zac and other types, and I like the HP cap, but that's because I already have his BT and kit. If I didn't, I would not touch this banner. Neither of these two are really helping new players that much or people who aren't good at the game. And if you miss out on Xande here and you didn't already have him, you're not missing out on much. So yeah, I never tell anyone to get anyone on this banner. I will be enjoying Firion, so watch my channel. I have my sword, ultimate weapon prepared for him. But he's probably going to make content take longer, to be honest. Xande's already getting outclassed in damage. We're getting a staff user, Strago, in like a week or so, and he's going to be nuking. Like, his EXs will be way better than Xande, and it's not worth the enchant imperial. Just, yeah, nah. Oh, I guess I didn't give my explicit plans and reasoning earlier, so I guess I'll do that now. But yeah, I'm greening Firion, blowing him just because I think he's cool. He'd be fun on Brave game teams, like stuff with Zac, pre-90, and Maria, because, you know, same game. And I wanted to use him more when I got his BT, but I just never went around it. And I was gonna actually green him in JP, but then I got locked super early, so then I invested him instead. But maybe I would have enjoyed Firion more, so I'm going to take the alternate route. Firion, Maria, third teams sound very fun. Maybe Snow instead of Zac, interchangeable, Lena, HP shenanigans and all that. And I do already have Xande, so there's no reason for me to touch the banner because I got everything. But again, if I didn't, I wouldn't touch this banner personally, and wouldn't recommend anyone else do it. So that's all I got though. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you pulling or are you not? Again, check out the lock video and all the other stuff I have. Ranting Hour. Like the video, subscribe, comment, notification bell. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.